Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. For one final time in 2024, we're going to take a look at the most anticipated manga releases for the month of December. Now, something to note is that I do not highlight continuing series. This is mostly for brand new volume 1s, deluxe editions, box sets, stuff like that. So with that out of the way, let's get started. From Viz Media, we start off with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Shining Diamond's Demonic Heartbreak Volume 1. This is written by Kohei Kadono with art by Tazuku Karasuma, of course based off the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure manga created by Hirohiko Araki. This is actually the very first manga spin-off for JoJo. This came out back in 2021. It lasted until 2023. 16 chapters collected across 3 volumes for this action-adventure series. 10 years have passed since Dio was defeated by Jotaro Kujo, but his presence lingers among his former followers, including gunslinger Whole Horse, who now accepts a request from an elderly woman to find her lost parrot. Trained by the owner of the Falcon Pet Shop, he finds himself trekking halfway across the globe to the Japanese city of Morio. Hoteri Hotet, First Kiss. This is written and drawn by Koko Uzuki and it is published by Seven Seas Entertainment. This shoujo romance series is an anthology release, 6 chapters collected across 1 volume. Whether you've shared many or simply yearn to feel the butterflies, experience the rush of true love's first kiss in 4 charming short stories. Follow junior high pairs as their hearts reach out to one another and their lips tremble in anticipation. While some quietly harbor their feelings for a dear friend over the years, others are suddenly struck by Cupid's arrow after one look from a stranger. Once these feelings bloom, there's no holding back. From Viz Media comes Rainbows After Storms, Volume 1. This is written and drawn by Luca Kobachi. This was released back in 2017 and it lasted until 2023. 163 chapters collected across 13 volumes, so not a huge commitment on the shelf. It's a GL school seinen series and it stars the characters Nanoha and Chidori, high school girls that are ready to face the storms in their new romantic relationship. Nanoha and Chidori are best friends who attend the same all-girls high school, but they also share a heart-pounding secret. They're lovers. From Seven Seas Entertainment, we have the release of Imaizumi Brings All the Gals to His House, Volume 1. This is written and drawn by Goro Nori. And I do have to make a warning here for everybody. This is an ongoing comedy, not safe for work, etchy seinen series. That's a mouthful. But I do want you to know that you have to be careful when you Google Imaizumi Brings All the Gals to His House, because this is the safe for work sequel to an original Edo Dojin or hentai manga that is very not safe for work, and I don't want you to get that by accident. I'm recommending the safe for work rom-com etchy harem sequel series that is way toned down compared to the original. This is the continuation of the popular manga Imaizumi Brings All the Gals to His House, and in it we see how one guy's place becomes the go-to for games, gossip, and so much more. Imaizumi lives a life that most high school boys could only dream of. During the day, he attends his classes like a dutiful student, only to return each evening to a home full of hotties. It seems his home has become the go-to hangout for the coolest gyarus in town. We have one box set coming out in the month of December, and it is one of the most anticipated ones actually. Delicious in Dungeon, the complete manga box set by Ryoko Kui. This is published by Yen Press, and it is collecting all 14 volumes, which were originally released back in 2014 up until 2023. 102 chapters in those volumes, and this is a comedy, fantasy, food manga that a lot of people know thanks to the recent anime adaptation. Feast upon a smorgasbord of monstrous cuisine in this delectable spread of all 14 volumes of Delicious in Dungeon. Join Laios, Marcel, Chilchuk, and Senshi as they delve into the depths to save their lost comrade and stuff themselves silly in the process. And if all that doesn't whet your appetite, this box set even includes an exclusive poster for dessert. From Seven Seas Entertainment, we have the horror release of 100 Ghost Stories That Will Lead to My Own Death, Volume 1. This is an ongoing horror shonen series which started back in 2020, written and drawn by Anji Matono. One day, an elementary school child named Yuma tries to jump to his death out of his classroom window. His classmate Hina stops him and, in a bid to stall for time, asks him, "Do you know the round of 100 ghost stories?" Hina tells Yuma about a ritual where if you tell 100 ghost stories, you'll see ghosts afterwards. This gives Yuma a new lease on life. Chapter by chapter, he shares ghost stories with the reader, slowly but surely inching his way towards 100. From Seven Seas Entertainment, we have the release of Play Me Softly. This is a BL romance series written by Kakeru Tsukino. 6 chapters, collected in one singular volume. This manga first came out back in 2022. Aihara, a straight-laced office worker who plays in a concert band on the side, is having a hard time moving on from his first love. But one day, Hayama, the very classmate who'd first stolen Aihara's heart in high school, joins the band. Reunited with an old flame, Aihara's feelings are sure to be rekindled, especially when they share a passionate kiss. After Hayama pins him to the ground, Aihara won't be able to resist the aches of his heart and his body. Also, similar to the Gyaru book that I just recommended, this is for mature readers. From Titan comes the anticipated release of Corpse Blade. This has been previously delayed a couple of times, so fingers crossed it actually comes out this time. Here we have volume 1 of this action supernatural shonen series that was released back in 2020 to 2021, 17 chapters collected across 3 volumes. School, chores, killing the undead, all in an average day for Suranuki Tsutsuki. After his sister is kidnapped by the zombies, this middle schooler sets out to save her, becoming handy with a gun. But he won't be alone as he encounters another kid on a quest, a mysterious high school girl who can command the awesome power of the Corpse Blade. From Yen Press, we see the release here of Be My Worst Nightmare Volume 1. This is a BL comedy series with a hint of supernatural aspects. This was released back in 2021 and it lasted up until 2024, so this one just recently ended at 75 chapters collected across 10 volumes. This is written and drawn by Michelle. Sayo Hoshikawa, a high schooler who's insecure about his height, witnesses his unrequited crush getting rejected by a tall and handsome boy named Mashiba. Sayo challenges Mashiba to contest after contest, but he can't win a single time. Nothing gets under his skin more than when Mashiba calls him cute. But then he starts having strange dreams about a certain someone embracing him, and soon enough, the dreams devolve into something even deeper. From Yen Press, we see the release of Stomp, Kick, Love, Volume 1, an ongoing romance shoujo that first started publication back in 2021. This is written and drawn by Sumi Ichiya. What's the best way to relax after a hard day's work? If you ask Kaho, it's to kick back and relax at a bar with her best drinking bro, Akira. Sure, everyone around her thinks he's pretty hot, but he smokes, gets in fights, and is a bit of a playboy. So definitely not boyfriend material. But when one thing leads to another and she wakes up in his bed one morning, it makes it infinitely harder to deny that there is absolutely nothing between them. With You, Our Love Will Make It Through, Volume 1. This is a Yen Press release, written and drawn by Chihiro Yuzuki, a supernatural, ongoing romance shoujo series that first started publication back in 2021. When high schooler Mari bumps into a fellow tardy student, she's surprised to find out he's a beast folk who's to attend her school. After all, it's not rare for beast folk to coexist alongside humans, but it's still uncommon with the prejudice and all. Nervous to meet one at first, Mari soon learns there's more to him than his furry exterior. In fact, the more she gets to know him, the more she finds herself drawn to him, his steadfastness, his kind-heartedness, and body. From Kodansha, we have the release of Reanima, Volume 1 by Yoshinori Matsuoka. This is an English first title, and then it will see publication in Japan, or at least physically. It's the near future in Tokyo, and the average temperature is around 170 degrees. Humanity lives underground to escape the deadly heat, only seeing the surface through the eyes of remote-controlled robots called Reanima. Shinano and Kata are members of the Enforcement Bureau, policing surface crime and illegal Reanima mods. But Kata has a secret. He lives on the surface full-time, in his real body. From Yen Press, we have the anticipated release of Blend S, Volume 1. The comedy slice of life for Coma series is finally coming out. This was released back in 2013 and it lasted all the way to 2022. 115 chapters collected across 8 volumes. This manga is written by Miyuki Nakayama. High schooler Maika Sakuranomiya can't seem to land a part-time job, so when an opportunity comes knocking, she is up for anything. Waitressing at a cute cafe sounds perfect. The manager demands that each waitress adopt a quirk in their service. Not a problem. Maika's ready to act flirty, or hot and cold, or like a little sister, or sadistic? Oh, that might be a tough one for a cheery and caring heroine. Luciole Has a Dream, Volume 1. This is a shoujo adventure fantasy manga that first came out in 2021. However, it is currently in a hiatus. This is written by Yu Morikawa, and it tells the story of Luciole. Awakened by a radiant light, Luciole realized he'd been asleep for a long time. Stretching to the horizon before him lay an abandoned world. Whatever life had once taken root here was long gone, leaving Luciole all alone, except for Cloud, now with a self-proclaimed 500-year-old archmage for his only companion. Luciole will set off on a journey to discover how alone the two truly are. From Yen Press, we see the release of Ubelblatt, Deluxe Edition, Volume 1. This is written by Etoroji Shiono, and the famous seinen action-adventure series first started publication back in 2004, lasting up until 2019. 167 chapters collected across 23 volumes. However, this Deluxe Edition is a 3-in-1. Rumors stir throughout the land when the wielder of the Black Sword draws his dark blade. All who stand in its path are torn asunder. Coinzel, the mysterious young boy who carries the Black Sword, undeniably wields it with exceptional skill. But can he truly be responsible for the bloody rumors? Pursued by the traitorous lances, 4 powerful warriors who were thought to have been defeated by the 7 heroes, the strength of the young swordsman will be tested to its limit. At battle's end, only the shocking truth of Coinzel's quest will stand above the corpses of his enemies. From Kodansha, we have the release of Confession. This is written by Nobuyuki Fukumoto and art by Kaiji Kawaguchi. 11 chapters that were released back in 1998 in this drama suspense seinen series. Stranded in a blizzard atop a treacherous ridge, badly injured and quickly bleeding out, Ishikura knows he is about to die. But before he does, he decides to unburden his soul by telling his companion Asai a dark secret that has been weighing on him for years. No sooner do the words cross Ishikura's lips, however, than Asai stumbles upon the shelter they'd been searching for, only to realize his friend's confession has changed everything, and the brutal elements may no longer be the deadliest threat around. From Titan Manga, we have Working for God in a Godless World, Volume 1. This is written by Aoi Akashiro with art by Sonsho Hangetsuban, an isekai seinen action comedy that first started publication back in 2019. When Yukino is sacrificed by his father to the all-powerful Mitama, he prays that he can finally be without religion. He wakes up in a placid world free of faith and begins a new life there. But when the truth is revealed that the ruling empire purges its citizens, Yukino must find his faith and summon Mitama to protect them. From 7 Seas Entertainment, we have Hikari Man Omnibus Volume 1. This 2-in-1 release collects the supernatural seinen series written and drawn by Hideo Yamamoto. This series first started publication back in 2014 until 2020. 83 chapters collected across 8 volumes, but for us, this will be 2-in-1 omnibus releases. Shirochi Hikari, a lonely otaku obsessed with fighting games and PC mods, has it rough fighting to survive at the very bottom of the high school food chain. Nerdy with a weak constitution and electrosensitivity, Hikari spends more time in the nurse's office than around his classmates. But who needs friends and popularity when you can stay at home working on sweet PC builds, right? One night, Hikari gets the shock of a lifetime that changes everything. Hit by a buildup of static charge, his consciousness explodes out of his body and enters his PC. Now charged with a new ability, he can travel everywhere electricity flows. Will Hikari use these new powers for good, or will he give the school bullies a serious shock? From Titan Manga comes Somali and the Forest Spirit Volume 1. This fantasy slice of life seinen series first started publication back in 2015 and unfortunately was cancelled by 2019 due to the mangaka's health issues. This is a 38 chapter series collected across 6 volumes. When a golem, a guardian of the forest, chances across a young girl lost in the woods, he vows to take care of her. Despite his life coming to an end, he must find other humans for her to live with, but in a world that despises them, is that even possible? IL by Osamu Tezuka. This is published by Titan Manga. The drama sci-fi supernatural series first started publication back in 1969 up until 1970 for a total of 14 chapters collected across 2 volumes, but this will be a 1-volume release for us. We are thrown into the life of Imari Daisaku, a filmmaker whose creations have fallen off favor in a society dominated by scientific triumphs. However, his life changes forever when he encounters a group led by Count Alucard, and he receives an extraordinary gift, IL, a mysterious mannequin with the power of shapeshifting. Together, Daisaku and IL utilize the transformative abilities to help those in need, and they are propelled into an array of thrilling and haphazard adventures. Each new client seeks IL's unique services, as the protagonists find themselves in an array of scenarios ranging from domestic strife to political unrest. Ashita no Joe, Fighting for Tomorrow, Volume 1. Finally coming out in the West, published by Kodansha, the legendary drama sports shonen series by Asao Takamori and Tetsuya Chiba. This legendary manga came out back in 1968 to 1973, 171 chapters collected across 20 volumes. This series will be collected in its entirety across 8 oversized hardcover omnibus editions, the first of which will be debuting, of course, here on the month of December. A young drifter named Joe Yabuki wanders through the slums of Tokyo, but when the local ruffians try to give him a hard time, he teaches them a rough lesson with his fist. The spectacle sparks a gleam in the eye of an old drunk who happens to be watching. Danpei Tange, a failed boxer and former coach who sees something special in the boy. He pleads with Joe to train him, but the cocky young fighter brushes him off. Later though, when Joe is arrested and put into a juvie detention facility, he realizes that he's going to need to hone his raw fighting skills if he wants to survive. Thus is born a partnership that might just take Joe all the way to the top. And finally, we close out this video with The Elegant Courtly Life of the Tea Witch, Volume 1. This is a Titan manga release, written by Ameko Kaerudo with art by Yorifuji. This fantasy series was published back in 2022 up until 2024. 21 chapters, collected across 4 volumes. This story tells the tale of Remy, a lowly tea witch, using her magic to brew the finest cup for the noble lords and ladies. All she really wants is a quiet life, creating gorgeous displays for shop windows. But she's slowly drawn into a world of intrigue as her incredible powers of transformation make her the gossip of the court and the object of affection for a naive princess. All right, there we go, folks. A lot of cool manga being released. Let me know in the comment section, which of these releases are you most looking forward to? Thank you everybody for liking, commenting, subscribing, and being a part of Manga Geekdom here on YouTube. I truly do appreciate it. It has been a phenomenal year for manga releases, and I was so happy to do these videos for you guys. You all seem to enjoy them, so I will continue to publish them in 2025, God willing. So thank you all once again. That's gonna be it for now. God bless, stay safe out there. I will catch all of you on the next one.